On January 5, 2001, a ruling came down from a federal court that sided with the Kentucky State students in a dispute over yearbook distribution with the Kentucky State Administration. The court reversed a lower court's ruling, saying KSU had censorship rights based on Hazelwood School District versus Kohlmeyer case in 1998, stating that school administration can censor school-funded media. In a 10-3 decision in the U.S. Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals in Cincinnati, ruled in the Kincaid Vs Gibson case that the confiscation of yearbooks by KSU administrators for questionable content violated the students' First Amendment rights. The dispute whether the yearbooks were to be distributed began in the fall of 1994. When KSU Vice President for Student Affairs Betty Gibson received a copy of the book before distribution, she ordered all of the yearbooks to be confiscated due to a problem with the quality. Specifically, the items which Gibson had a problem with were the absence of the school colors on the yearbook, an inappropriate title for the yearbook called Destination Unknown, the lack of captions underneath photographs, and too many photographs of celebrities and current events. In response to this action, Laura Cullen, KSU's student publication advisor, filed a complaint in March 1995 with the U.S. District for the Eastern District of Kentucky, saying that the confiscation violated the students' First Amendment rights. Cullen, in her complaint, said the reason for the confiscation of the yearbooks was due to her support to unionize the school's employees who were non-academic. After a year-long legal battle, which saw Cullen resign from KSU and KSU student Charles Kincaid join the lawsuit, Judge Joseph M. Hood sided with the school. In his ruling, he said that Cullen had no First Amendment rights in the case and could not assert First Amendment rights for the KSU students. The case was appealed to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, which affirmed the lower court's decision. After the students amended their case, Judge Hood heard their case again. Judge Hood voted for dismissal in November 1997, citing the U.S. Supreme Court ruling Hazelwood versus Kohlmeyer, saying the yearbook was not a public forum and therefore censorship claim was reasonable. The students appealed to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals, and the three-judge panel sided with the school again in a 2-1 verdict in September of 1999. Judge Alan E. Norris wrote the majority opinion, saying that KSU had a reasonable objective in censoring publications which might be detrimental to the university's image. The students filed a petition to have the case reheard in front of a large number of federal appellate judges, which was granted. On January 5, 2001, the court came down with the ruling for the students. The judges disregarded the Hazelwood versus Kohlmeyer case, saying that the Hazelwood case didn't apply because it dealt with high school and that the, quote, university environment is the quintessential marketplace of ideas, which merits full or indeed heightened First Amendment protection, unquote. The Student Press Law Center represented the students. Their executive director, Mark Goodman, said, "I can only hope that this ruling will serve as a wake-up call to other colleges and universities in the country that are inclined to censor the student press. This is a resounding endorsement of the free press rights of college journalists." Kincaid vs. Gibson is a case that shows the importance of student First Amendment rights and how the courts continue to uphold these rights.